So I decided to take a good view of Biafran government in Elzai. Biafran government is sized as a representative of Biafran people outside Nigeria, because the challenges that Biafrans have faced against Nigerian government and British colonies, which they have been stopping Biafran from existing right from 1967 to 1970. We know that Biafran war is full of bloodshed, where about 3 to 5 million children and women and men were killed by British and Nigerian sponsored government and their allies, France and others. So in saying that the Biafran government have decided to take this rest outside the world in order to establish fully and be recognized before declaring the independent state again of Biafra, kind of restatement. But people ask, is this new country going to be established properly and be able to support Africa in the African vision? Now, the young man that is carrying this Biafran government in Ezra, which his name is Simon Njoku Ekpan, was a former athlete, someone who, during his youthful age, tried to represent Nigeria, but because of the corruption, because of the ungovernable state of Nigeria, because of the tribalism, the bigotry, he was stopped. His talent was cut short. Fortunately to him, he had a way to get to Finland, and where he acquired, law and become an advocate. So even a finished reserve, so he was trying as a reserve soldier. So now he has decided to, join his brother, which Nnamdi Kanu, who had been in DSS detention for saying that the Nigerian government should call for referendum. So he had been there for quite some time. So, someone was best owned by his people to ask, what is going on? Why can't this guy be set free? With the help of the lawyers and everything, nothing is going through. We are recently hearing that the lawyers have become very compromising, and the lawyers have not been representing the interests of Nnamdi Kanu mostly. Although Simon Ekpa have also, with collaboration with other area kingsmen of Biafra, taking the mantle on his hands, to take charge, and now he is trying to press for Biafra restoration again, for the restatement of Biafra. In doing this, he decided to register Biafra, overseas, which they call Biafra government in exile. And they look at the Biafran government in exile, the structure and the people that make those government in exile is something that is very enticing, and something that Africa will always be proud of, and see that the East African nation, which if they stand, that will be the joy of many Africa. If I want to give you a bit of history, the main tribe that is pushing for this Biafran restatement is the Igbo tribe. Igbos in Nigeria is one of the best tribes in the world, and I'm not saying the world, maybe Igbos are one of the best tribes in Africa. To the extent that when they fought the Nigerian Biafra war, after the whole thing, Nigeria tried to get into Igbos by trying to create enmity between their other tribe that speak different language in Igbo. Although they share the same culture, they share the similar thing, just the language different. The other Nigerians try to get into them and say, if you have to let Igbos, get the Biafran, nation, that you guys will be slaves to Igbos, that you guys will be dominated by Igbos, then it's kind of funny thing. The same thing they are telling those people. After the war, those people collide with them, and allow them betray the Igbos and allow the Nigerian soldiers and the Britain to get in. That's how they get in through Akwa Ibom, through River State, through Oyo, all this area to attack the Igbos, and through Ogoni to attack these people. Some of these people later, some of these elders that agree with Nigeria, they later victim of Nigeria. Someone like Sarawiwa was killed. He was brutally killed after all that he done against the Biafran people. And up to today, his area has not been developed. His area is kind of ransacked. What happened that if an individual tries to speak, they just gave him money, he will forget about his people. But that's not the interest of the Biafran people, which Igbos are more the foundation or the funders, or the Igbos are more the pusher. Although the Biafran name was given by someone from the other area, Bayelsa area. Understand that the Igbos have never in any way went to any region and tried to conquer. In fact, when you look at and you listen to some of these guys that are pushing for this Biafran government in exile, what is their aim is equality. They always say that everybody must have a very, very, very valuable time and valuable present in Biafra, and your resources will be managed by your state. Then you have to pay a little to the federal account, which they will use to help others that are not producing more. If you look at the Biafra land himself as a whole, Biafra is highly blessed with their oil. They are highly blessed, talented with their hands. They are highly talented with their IQs. So the Igbos, if they can actually achieve what they have achieved so far, after the Biafran War, which the Nigerian government stole from them, stole their property and everything. At the end of the day, millionaires were given 20 pounds. After maybe 20, 30 years, now the whole Nigerians are actually being scared of Igbo. Now they say that the Igbos are dominating them. You see, the same word they used to convince the other people. Unfortunately, those people are not thinking, and their area continue to be desolate. Their area continue to be, I don't know. They earn much, they make money from their area, but nothing happening. The Igbos, they are saying, the Igbos actually buying things from their area, buying a lot of things from their area, dominating. Even the Nigerians say the Igbos are dominating. Then they ask you, say, why can't you choose the right way and make yourself comfortable? And that comfortable is what the Biafran government in exile is bringing to you guys. If you look at the structure and you look at the house, look at the way it positioned, you know that this nation will be a very admirable nation to West Africa and Africa entirely. So as we are continually fighting for the dismantling, destructuring, imperialism, and enslaving of Africa, it is worthy for us to also accommodate and command the Biafran government in exile for all it's doing and make sure that the Biafran state come to fruition. As we also think about other states and other countries and other regions that are being merged together by Britain or being marginalized by Britain, something like Amazonia, we also think about that area where that area need to be free. We don't want any colonial era in there. We want our people to make that decision. If Biafran area decide tomorrow to emerge with Arewa and Oduduwa, then they will come up with a name that is not even Nigeria. They will come up with a name that is suitable to them, a name that is personal, a name that affects them, a name that they can testify of, not a name that a prostitute from Loluga will call them. Because, from Nigeria, like I said, the foundation of Nigeria up to the head is totally messed up. Look at who is leading Nigeria today, a drug baron, a criminal is leading Nigeria today. Even America is covering up for him. So guys, we have to go back to the drawing board. That's what Lowobe is here, and I hope you that are listening to me, it's time for you to say, which country is this Biafra? Which country is this Biafra? And the Biafran government in exile, if I were you also, anywhere you are, you can actually make in contact and try to get to know these people. Maybe you can ask them, call them and ask them, how is this nation? Lowobe talked about this nation. What is this nation all about? Africa will rise again, and we are helping to see the African rise again. The Biafran government in exile is doing a good job, and soon we heard that they will be launching their first referendum in Finland. You see, this is something that Nigerian government actually fighting for. That the guy, a young man called Nnamdi Kanu, who said, I don't want anything. Okay, you thought my people are interested in Nigeria. Why can't you call for referendum? This guy is seen, they said, don't job for, just for saying call referendum. They also saying call referendum, a lot of lives have been lost. Nigerian government pick up arm to kill innocent ones for speaking up. Do you know that referendum, like I said, is what Australia is about to have few days? Actually, they are campaigning, sending you a pamphlet at home, telling you either you vote yes or no, that voting is compulsory. This is something that you have to do in a country that you think. You see, not only about, dismantling the colonialism of Nigeria, it's also dismantling the brain, because a lot of people, even the intellectual brain, have been psyched to think that you must depend on somebody. To think that without somebody cannot raise. That even Nigeria, they think that, if Biafra have to go, Nigeria will be dead. That is not a way to think. You have to stand up. That's why God created you and give you this brain. That is the same thing that the Western world is telling the like Niger, that without you guys, without us, you guys will be dying. Without our aid, you. But now Niger stop. Burkina Faso stop. Burkina Faso have been existing for almost a year now. Have they died? No, there's no aid coming there. They have not died. So this is what Biafran have to talk about. Biafran is a really established nation, and we have to dismantle, and these people have to go back to their creek. They have to go back to their group. They have to be productive, and they have to support Africa. This is what Lord you have to say. What do you think about the Biafran government in exile? Have you heard about Biafran government in exile? And what do you think about the Simon Ekpa that you know? Do you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody capable? And then what is your thought about Nnamdi Kanu still being held on the dungeon of the DSS for speaking for referendum? And what do you think entirely about Biafran people? To me, I leave this to you, and I know that these people will go a long way, and we should be all open to welcome the next nation, Biafran nation. Biafran nation will be a nation of greatness, a nation that I've seen equality, a different thing. You can see from the structure they are putting in. You can see the way they are positioning. Yes, people say that, okay, these people have a foundation called IPOP, but most of IPOP is registered as a company, but Biafran government is trying to register as a government in exile. That's a pre-state, a pre-nation that has not yet being established. So we have to join hands. And why we say no to Europe, we want business. That's why Biafran government brought it to him. Say, listen, I have my country. Let's talk about business rather than you telling me what to do or telling me where to stay. We can talk about business. If you want oil, we can make business in oil that benefit me, benefit you, and protect the soil and the land and the interests of the people, both mine and yours if you want. So that's what Biafran government is all about. And our brothers from Ijo and the south as they call, but before they are all southeast. This is your best chance to unite now than what you are seeing weak. Some of your politicians have psyched your brain whereby our people are mentally dread and mentally disturbed to what to do and what to say. But now it's your opportunity to join the Biafran government in exile, and the structure and the people they have there is something that we have to be proud of. And the young man who is pioneering this in this time, Mazi Simon Njoku Ekpa, is somebody who is open-minded, somebody who does not compromise, is somebody who holds integrity for the highest, is somebody who did not have his interest of betrayal, either you or me or whoever that belongs to Biafra or Biafra kid. His interest is like Nnamdi Kanu. Priority is the people of Biafra, then the next thing follows. Thank you.